Hey friends, how you doing? Um, it's coming out. Some medical experts are saying that the lockdowns did little to no good, and I would like to say that's a pretty big mistake to make. I mean, it really is. We got all these agendas around the world. I'll try and get back to that. I'll try and get back to that. Uh, these left behind visions. Um, uh, they're scary because the percentage of professing Christians that are left behind in these dreams and visions, it's a lot. I mean, I'm going to tell you, it's a lot. That ought to get everybody thinking. It gets me thinking. It really does. Um, I get back to that fear agenda. It's like, you know, these leaders are specialists in selling fear. And they're not always good salesmen or sales ladies. But some of them are, some of them aren't. But the system is good. This system is really, really good at selling fear. In fact, it's been doing that since 911. Um, I'm not a good salesman. When I got out of high school, I was the worst salesman on the face of the earth. There was that movie, Death of a Salesman. I had that guy way beat. I mean, he was nothing compared to me. And then I finally got into a service-oriented career, and for the most part, I was okay. I was right up my alley. Um, in fact, it was 100% service-oriented. I like serving people. I really do. I like serving you. I was just talking to a man. He was, I think, 87. And there's a lot of well-meaning, meaning patriots in our country, and he loved our country. When I tried to get on the subject of Bible prophecy, there was no understanding whatsoever. It's a shame that this subject has to be so veiled, and a lot of things that I'm seeing and hearing is, well, wait till next election in November, or wait till 2024. Listen, friend, the book of James says you can't rely on the future. Okay? I mean, what I mean by that is, um, we don't know what the future is going to bring. Personally, I think the rapture is going to happen before November. That's my personal opinion. Maybe it won't, but um, I just want to say it again. It's a shame that the subject of end time Bible prophecy has to be so veiled. Another thing I like to say is, did you ever notice the resistance? Like, if you're one that believes that Jesus is coming soon, believes that Jesus is the only way to salvation, you ever notice how hard it is to get on that conversation when you're at a family gathering with family and friends? It's almost like there's a barrier there. It is virtually impossible to get on that conversation and to be taken serious. And it's a shame, too. It really is, you know, to incorporate Jesus Christ and his return, soon return, in the conversation. It's almost like you're out of the cultural loop. A lot of people are saying that the moon is in a different place. And now they're starting to say, the stars are in a different place too. That's got to be a sign of the Lord's return. Um, it's things like this. It's called the celestial heavens. And when that's off, See it as a sign if you want. I do, you know. Well, when Jesus said, there will be wars and rumors of wars, there has always been wars and rumors of wars. But that has escalated to an all-time accelerating high. That's all I ever hear. Wars and rumors of wars, you know. Unfortunately, Russia is now letting their people know that they have a technology to destroy all of Western Europe. And I saw the video. Russia right now is very serious. They see this as their time, okay? And it's right in line with the prophet Ezekiel. That's exactly what he said. And we're living in that moment right now. There's that famous verse in 2 Peter 3:3-4. You know, the scoffers walking after their own lust and saying, where is the promise of his coming? I have seen more scoffers than I've ever seen, and yet we're closer and closer and closer to the rapture. And they don't know that they're fulfilling prophecy. I know they're fulfilling prophecy. They don't understand this. Okay, well, our administration over here in the U.S. told Israel they have no right to the Temple Mount. And they're also telling them what to do. And our leader said they're not even allowed to pray there. Can you possibly imagine that? We going over there, we are telling them they don't have any, they shouldn't have any access to the Temple Mount. They can't even pray there, you know. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. And they're also saying that Jerusalem must be an international city. Well, this is God's city. This is not what the Bible teaches. And this is straight out of Zechariah chapter 14, verses 8 and 9. It clearly says there that this is God's city. It's not the UN city. It's not our city over here. It's God's city. So it's sad, you know. What is happening in Shanghai? They have perhaps the most severe lockdown that I've ever seen over there. People are going goofy over there. They're going in their balconies and they're screaming. And it's bad. I can get more detailed, but I just want to move on and say some of our leaders seem to have hinted that they want to do it back. They want to do something like this in the fall. Now, I hope they're wrong on that. I hope I'm interpreting this wrong. But once again, I'm thanking the good Lord that we're pretty close to the rapture. So I'm not real worried about the maneuvering of man. And always remember this, friend. God is not interested in playing by our rules. You know, these people have this false misconception that God is interested in playing by our rules. No, God doesn't do that. God doesn't come down to our level unless we humble ourselves before Him. But playing by our rules, no, God doesn't do that. Now, Putin seems to have Parkinson's disease, and he supposedly has routine cancer. He might even have something more serious than routine cancer. So this tells me that he's going to move pretty fast. He's going to move pretty fast. So, all right, friend. You know, I don't want to make these videos too long. So keep a strong walk with Jesus Christ. Now is the time to totally be sold out for the Lord. And tell a friend or a family member step out in fear, out of your fear, and say, this is the gospel. Present it in a common sense way, but um, yeah, I do believe that God's got the 99. He's looking for the one. Your friend or your family member may be that one. So, all right, keep looking up, friend, and I'll talk to you next time, okay?